Okay, so the next topic I'm going to go over is foreign capital investment. And this is very similar to making a capital investment decision in normal terms. So I'm going to assume you already know how to do a net present value calculation. If not, you can review the videos that I did on capital expenditures and NPV. But this has a couple more areas of complexity because the cash flows are being done in a different currency, and you're going to want to evaluate it, and you've got exchange rates going on as well. So you can do it in a multitude of ways. I put together 4 steps that I find make it a bit easier. Step 1 is, if it's not already done, convert the spot rate to the format of foreign currency over home currency. So this is important because we're going to be using the interest rate parity formula to calculate the forward rate. And if it's not in this format, if it's the other way around, then the formula will give you the wrong answer. So step 2 is you calculate the forward exchange rates during the life of the product, the investment. So if it's going to be a 3-year project, you do 3 years of forwards, and then you're going to use the interest rate parity formula for that. Step 3 is, once you have the forwards, you convert the future cash flows into Canadian dollars. And then step 4 is straightforward. You just do the regular net present value as if it was a local investment. So let's go through this with a specific example that I put together, and then we'll go through step 1 to 4. So in this case, it says we're reviewing the purchase of a machine in your subsidiary in Europe that costs 5 million euros. It'll have a life of 3 years, salvage value of 2.5 million euros. Cash flows from the machine are as follows. So in the first year, you'll get 1.25 million euros. Second year, 1.5. And then third year, you'll get 2 million euros from running the machine. The current exchange rate is 135 Canadian per euro, and the company's discount rate is 12%. Interest rates in Canada are 2.5%, and in Europe, they are 2%. What's the net present value of the investment? Okay, so let's start with step 1. This one is usually the easiest. If a lot of times it may already be given in the format you want. In this case, it's not. What you want is foreign currency to home currency. So home currency in this case is Canada. The foreign currency is the euro. So the Canadian dollar is the home currency. So what we want is the number of euros per dollar Canadian. But we're given it in the opposite way. We're given the number of dollars per euro. Okay, so we would say that the exchange rate is going to be the reciprocal of that. So it's going to be 1 over 1.35. And then that will give us the format that we want. So that works out to 0.74074 dollars Canadian, not dollars Canadian, euros per $1 Canadian. Okay, so this is going to be the exchange rate in the correct format. The next part is going to be to calculate the forward exchange rates. Okay, so step 2, in this case, we are going to use the interest rate parity formula. So let's just rewrite that formula as a refresher. 1 plus the foreign interest rate over 1 plus the home interest rate to the power of t is equal to the forward at time t over the spot. So some of these are going to be constant throughout. We know that RFC is the interest rate in the foreign country, and if we scroll up, it's going to be 2%. We know that RHC is the interest rate in Canada, which is given as 2.5%. Okay, the time is going to vary. So time, I'm going to write 1 to 3 years, because we're going to need to calculate it during the life of the investment. 3 separate forwards. And then the spot rate is given as, well, we just calculated. It was given in the wrong format as 135, but the spot rate is going to be 0.74074. Okay, so that's just what we calculated up here. Okay, we just converted that. Now what we need to do is calculate the forward. So if I rearrange this formula, I can say that the forward at time t is equal to 1 plus 0.02. Oh, actually I made an error here. Interest rate in Canada is 2.5%. Okay, so home country interest rate is 2.5. And then I divide that by 1 plus the home country interest rate of 2.5. And I put that to the exponent of time t. And I multiply that by the spot rate, which is going to be 0.74075.